Hey, Randy Joe here, and welcome back to August Country, the series where throughout the month of August we are listening to different country albums for the first time. As always, first reactions only. And today, you saw the title, we are listening to the classic, the famous, the much beloved Dolly Parton's 1974 record, Jolene. Now, of course, we know the title track. Who doesn't know the title track? At 693 million streams, I feel like it would be impossible to make it, even 10 years into your life without hearing this song in some capacity or another, whether it be in a soundtrack or on the radio or, your mom's playing it in the kitchen as you grow up. The point is, this is a classic. This is a banger of an opener, and it is a great title track. However, I have not heard the rest of the songs on here, so for the rest, after track 1, it will be completely new and unique to myself. Another thing, this is a pretty short album. Despite the fact that it is 10 songs, it is only 24 minutes and 46 seconds, meaning every song here, is around the 2-minute mark. That's pretty short. The longest song being 3 minutes and 13 seconds, everything else under 3 minutes, some of these even under 2 minutes. So again, a very quick album, and let's see how that works, because sometimes a quick album, its greatest weakness could be that it doesn't flesh things out strong enough. But let's not waste any more time. 24 minutes, opening track here, a quick 2 minute 41 seconds, the iconic Jolene. Kicking off with that well-established kind of finger picking there too.
Jolene,
Never noticed the quick strumming though.
Jolene, Jolene, I'm begging of you, please don't take my man.
Beautiful vocalist too. Fantastic singer.
Jolene, Jolene, Jolene.
And that harmonizing
Please don't take him just because you can.
with herself, so beautiful.
Your smile is like a breath of spring. Your voice is soft like summer rain, and I cannot compete with you, Jolene.
I think this Dolly, her man should be worried with the way she's describing this Jolene. Oh, never noticed that percussion there too. A much more dynamic instrumental than I remember.
Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you,
Beautifully
please don't take my man.
ascending voice.
Jolene, Jolene,
And then that harmony
please don't take him just because you can.
really emphasizing the chorus.
You can. Jolene,
What a classic. It's such an angelic, wavering voice. Beautifully dynamic, great production, a timeless track. Still, I feel like, just as great as it is now as it was then. Let's go into When Someone Wants to Leave. Now, going forward, I don't think I've heard any of these, so this will all be completely new to me. I like the nice twanginess on the guitars on the left.
when you love they, when you know they want to leave as bad as you want them to stay. And there's nothing quite as sad as a
Okay,
one-sided
kind of picks up
love,
here.
when one doesn't care at all and the other cares too much. It's
An all
a
too
sad
common situation.
I must say, when someone wants to leave as bad as you want them to stay.
And nothing can be done, truthfully, in that sense. Whenever I hear her music, this is a completely off topic, well, similar topic, but whenever I hear her voice, it reminds me of Christmas. 'Cause growing up, I heard a lot of Dolly Parton around the Christmas time because she had a classic Christmas album, I think, if I'm not mistaken, with Mr. Kenny Loggins, which I heard many, many times over growing up. And because of that, I always associate Dolly with Christmas time. I'm not sure if that's just a me thing or if a lot of other people relate to that, but I just think it's kind of interesting because even listening to it now, despite the fact that we're in the middle of August, I'm getting in that, I'm feeling that Christmas mood with these tunes here. just because of her voice. But it does have a nice kind of westerny tone in that instrumental I can't ignore.
I know you stay. Oh, it's a sad situation, I must say.
Again, a very
When someone wants to leave,
some really nice heart-wrenching tracks about kind of unavoidable elements in a relationship, such as Jolene and this one here. Both are situations that could not be really avoided. River of Happiness, though. Let's keep going. Is this another love-fueled track? Another heartbreaker? Oh. It does have that nice summery tone. Maybe it'll reestablish Dolly as a country musician in my eyes, not just Christmas. I want to find that river. Oh. I did not expect this detour. Oh, I love the kind of like haziness of the guitar there. The way they kind of, you know, twist and kind of mutilate downwards. It's like a slide effect. Again, that's that classic Nashville sound. Really living in a fantasy world here, but you know what? I'm joining her. Sounds like a good time. A nice optimistic flowing track. I do like this one. It's nice, it's simple, really pretty. Nice change of pace too, away from those heartbreakers. And I just love that classic kind of Nashville sound, you know, it's so iconic, I feel like, to the country genre. Early Morning Breeze is this one here. Oh. Ooh, that's a really ominous opening. Okay.
To the meadow where the meadowlark is singing in the tree.
I like the sparseness in this track. Oh my goodness, the use of space in this instrumental. Impeccable. Nothing quite like that early morning feeling. Oh, there it is. Splashing into the surrounding production. Oh. Really great at dialing it back on this track. Not sure how I feel about this track lyrically. A little bit cheesy, but I mean, I guess given the concept of the track, it's to be expected. But I love the instrumental. Let's go right into Highlight of My Life. Keep it going. I like that one. Again, lyrically, a little cheesy, a little campy. Kind of to be expected going this record. But I love the instrumental. But here's Highlight of My Life. Oh. Okay. Singer's just coming full backup on this track. I love those violin strings too. Again, a strong Nashville sound element. Okay. Really sweet track so far, but not jumping out to me too much overall. Okay, let's go into that next track. That one was not my favorite, probably my least favorite, to be quite honest with you. Instrumentally, lyrically, nothing jumps out to me there. But that's okay. Let's go on to the next one, because this one, quite a hit. 130 million streams. Not sure if I'm familiar with it, but it clearly was the second biggest of the track list. Almost 3 minutes long. Getting a little ambitious here, Dolly.
So I'll go, but I know I'll think of you each step of the way.
She sings a great tune of heartbreak.
And I will always love you.
Ooh. I had no idea this was an original from Dolly. I only know the cover from, why am I forgetting this artist here? Forgetting her name. Big blank here. A classic track, but did not know that this was a Dolly original. But let's keep going, because my problem with the cover is it's too in your face, too loud, too much. But this one, I kind of like how dialed back it is. Had no idea that this is the song in question when I started it. A classic. Those ahs in the background. Really ascending. And she sings with such a sense of sympathy. Like, you feel sympathetic, you feel empathetic, I should say, for her.
And I wish you joy and happiness.
Wow. It feels so raw.
But above all of this, I wish you love.
It feels so genuine in her voice. Carrying that note to the top there. I had no idea that this was a Dolly track, and I honestly think this version is brilliant. Leagues above the one that I feel like is so well known. Might be better than Jolene, to be quite honest with you. Let's just keep going, though. That was a fantastic track. And then we're going into the track Randy here, which is my name. 1 minute and 52 seconds, short and sweet, just like me, some might say. My girlfriend would. Let's keep going.
Randy, in your eyes I see the promise of a future.
Feels like she's singing right to me.
Promise of a love like I have never known.
Sorry, Dolly, but I am a taken man.
Randy, you've given me. Randy,
Really hard for me to take this seriously, but a nice sweet track. Oh, didn't expect the kind of starkness in that guitar work there. I like that kind of starkness in the instrumental. Short, sweet. I like that one. Maybe perhaps I'm biased for obvious reasons, but I thought that one was still pretty nice. Maybe I wish it was a little bit more developed as it went. I think it could go beyond 2 minutes. I think it could be a little bit more explored lyrically, but that's okay. Let's just keep going, because I like the swiftness of this album. Something about a lot of Nashville albums is like the kind of quick pacing of them that I tend to like. Living on Memories of You is this one. I like that. Blung, blung. That kind of gentle plucking of a guitar. Kind of feels sluggish. That harmonica distant, but clear. A dangerous road to leave is living on memories. Only prolongs the heartbreak.
There's just no forgetting.
I like the very gentle, slow kind of nature of this track with the tempo. Really digging the instrumental of this one especially. I think overall this album, production-wise, has been fantastic. Nice diverse set of instruments too. Pretty decent track. I like that one. You know, a bad habit to get in for sure. What she speaks on here is living on memories of an ex. However, I want to speak on the fact that, like I said when that track is playing, I like how diverse the instrumentation is. I like how full a lot of it feels throughout this album. And when you check the credits here, pretty large array of musicians throughout this album. Lots of guitars, lots of drum work, you know, banjo, fiddle, piano. Had the harmonica on that track as well. I just enjoy that despite it being a short 24-minute album, there has been a pretty, you know, nice array of instruments to make it feel larger than what it is. Lonely Coming Down is this one here, though. The longest track, 3 minutes and 13.
I woke up this morning in a strange place.
Her voice not as clear on this track, I've noticed right off the bat.
I looked into
Could just be the recording.
the mirror at a strange
Still nice though. It kind of works with the track.
Then felt the lonely coming down.
The pacing of this track's fantastic. We're a minute in and it kind of just feels like an intro so far.
Walked across
Maybe the whole track will be this kind of carefully calculated tempo. Ooh,
saw the
those strings.
imprint on the pillow where you laid your head.
Seems her man is leaving her a lot throughout this album.
Present
She is no luck.
of you still coming down.
Oh, ooh. Here we go.
Then I felt the lonely breath break down
Those backup vocals too.
my face as
Really
I
elevating,
realized
adding so much emphasis and power.
no more I felt the lonely coming down.
That was a great one. Great pacing. Really nice, careful kind of explosion of sound towards the back end. Love the way it kind of developed so carefully. And on top of that, she sings a lot about men leaving her. And you gotta start to wonder, you know, at that point, we're what, 9 tracks in? And most of them have been about a man leaving her in one way or another. And you gotta start to just feel like, look inward. You're the problem, Dolly. Let's go into It Must Be You. This is the final track, a minute and 51 seconds. Again, very brief, quick.
Just like the tide goes with the sea.
This one's much more upbeat too.
We belong together,
Right into the
you
thing.
and me, right next to me. So when you find yourself
Very sweet,
alone, just
cute
think
songwriting
of
too
me
throughout
and I'll be
this
there.
album, you know?
Must be you
Nothing
by my side the whole way through.
super incredible at times, but it's very cute.
Just like the
Certainly
fresh
enjoyable.
white winter snow. Together we'll look back, but we won't shed a single tear.
I just like the steadiness
It
of
must
the
be you that's
rhythm on this one
always
too, with that drum work.
walking in my dreams. And it must be
And that
you
banjo.
who'll always be right next to me. So when you find yourself alone, just think of me and
Oh,
I'll be there.
our backup vocals
Must be
once
you
again make an
by
appearance
my
before this album
side
closes
the
out.
whole way through.
That was a cute closer, but certainly not my favorite. But that does it for the album. 24 minutes. like I've said, it's quick. I love how, despite its quickness, like I said before, it's got a very full instrumental. Some of these tracks feel like they really come to life despite being so short. 2 minutes, most of these tracks are 2.5 minutes on average, I would say. And even in the short run times, they really develop in a beautiful way. Sometimes they take a little bit of time, a minute or so, really, before they just kind of all come together and brings a wide array of instruments all together to make a much larger sound in such a short time. It's a great record, concise themes as well. They're all very linked together, which makes this a very conceptual record. Not quite a concept album, obviously, but there are a very consistent theme across the record, which certainly is enjoyable. And some great tracks. I Will Always Love You, I think, is the greatest track here. A timeless classic, obviously why it's been covered many times over. And I think this is the best version I've heard of it, personally. Doesn't feel as overblown. And Jolene, obviously a classic, a really great, opener, really sets the tone for the album and the themes that will continue throughout the album. River Happiness, I thought that one was sweet, cute, kind of like the last track. Randy was another sweet, cute track, but again, all three of those were probably on the weaker side of things for me. And Early Morning Breeze, because I thought they were all, very simplistic in their songwriting, but again, were not at all bad. They were just, what they are at face value. When Someone Wants to Leave was a pretty solid one. Living on Memories of You and Lonely Coming Down. Lonely Coming Down was fantastic as well. Again, I really loved the pacing of that one. So I think the key element is really pacing throughout this record, being my favorite element of it, and just the way it takes on instrumentation and the way it plays with the overall length of the tracks, making them feel much fuller and larger than just 2 minutes. But that does it for today's video. If you like this video, please hit like, subscribe to follow along and listening to more country records. We only have about 5 more, I think, to go. And those next 5, we're trying to go a little bit more modern, I think. I'm going to go a little bit more of the subgenres of country if we can. A little bit more of the rock territories, one might say. But we're still going to keep the country theme going till the very end. Just, these first 5, we covered the classics. The next 5, let's get into some of the newer, more fresher takes on country. 2000s onward specifically is what I'm looking for. As always, my name is Randy Joe. I appreciate you watching, and I'm signing off.